everyone. In this video, let's see how can we restrict protocols to a specific types like UIView or if we need it for our custom types. So we all know we can restrict a protocol uh, to a class by using any object, correct? Let's see that. So let me take a protocol which is my constraint protocol. For example, I want it to be applied only for the classes. Let's say get class name. So this is the function, okay, and it makes sense only for the classes. So I don't want any structure to conform to this protocol. So in this case, Swift has given us what? Any object. So if I, let's say, if I try to create a structure, and if I try to conform to this protocol, it should not allow, correct? So immediately it should tell me, right, non-class type, my constraint struct cannot conform to the class protocol. It has become a class protocol. Any class only can conform to this protocol. So these are protocol constraints we can apply. So what if I have a case like I have a method name called getHeight. So in this case, getHeight makes sense only for the views, correct? Any view. It could be button, it could be label, it could be a text view, it could be a table view cell. So it makes sense only on the views. It could be a subclass of UIView or you create your custom view, and which is a subclass of UIView. So getting height of a view makes sense, correct? Getting height of your custom type, for example, let's say you have created a custom type called for example product, or let's say person. So it doesn't make sense to call it as it doesn't make sense to get the height of a person. Of course it does, but in my case it is concerned only for the views. So we can do that using where class, where I constrain like self means your custom type which you are going to define is subclass of UIView. So this is how we can constrain a protocol. Let's see whether it works or not. So this protocol I should be able to use it for the subclasses of UIView. If I try to use it for a non-subclass of UIView, it should give me a compile time error, correct? So let me take a view. So this is also my constrained view, which is a subclass of UIView. Okay, now I'd say like it has to conform to this protocol also. So it should not give me any compile time error except saying like you need to do the steps. Okay, I'm doing the steps. Let's say, let me write a print statement. Let's see whether it gets executed or not. So this is my constraint view. So the same way it should be the okay, let's return something. First let's print and then return something. Okay, the same way any let's say it could be UI table view cell also. It could be UI table view cell also. Why? Because it is also a view. Table view cell is also a view. So here let me print my constraint table view cell. So for example, let's try to call this and see whether they are giving the expected results. I'm creating the instances of these subclasses. This my constraint protocol, I'm able to apply it on my constraint view and also my constraint table view cell, because these are subclasses of the UIView. Of course it is UI table view cell, but obviously it is a subclass of UIView. So if I try to get the height, then if I execute it, it should print of course these methods, correct, my constraint view and my constraint table view. That okay, this is fine. So then where is the proof? That means if I try to apply it to, for example, my constraint non view class, which is not a subclass of UIView. Let's say it is a subclass of some other some other custom type. So if I try to conform to this protocol, why? Because it is not a subclass of UIView. It is saying my constraint protocol requires that my constraint non-view class inherit from UIView. This is the first thing. Then only we can add the stubs. Without doing this, that means without making this my constraint non-view class a subclass of UIView, if you try to add stubs also, it will give you this compiler error. That's how we can restrict the protocol for specific types like UIView. Not only this, we can restrict it to, for example, if I want to do it only on the text views, for example, if I want to do it, let's say instead of doing this, I want to apply my constraint protocol table for UI table view, let's say, where I have methods related to get number of cells. Okay, so this get number of cells makes sense. I'm sorry, this let me, these are giving error. Why? Because if I say it is text view, UIView is not text view, UI table view cell is not text view, so that is the reason these are complaining. UIView, let it be. So if if we have some methods like get number of cells and get total height of the rows, okay, these are all make sense only in case of a UI table view, correct? That means the subclasses of UI table view. So we can apply only we can apply these only table view subclasses can only conform to this particular protocol. Others, if you try the same way, if you try to conform it to a non-protocol non-table view, then it will give the same error saying my constraint protocol table requires that my constraint non-view class inherit from UI table view. So you're trying to conform to this protocol which requires that this so and so class should inherit from UI table view, okay, and I cannot apply it. So that is how we can restrict the protocol for specific views or custom types. Not only here UI kit related stuff, our custom types also we can write it. Here self means the type, that means this should be a subclass of this means this. The self means your type should be a subclass of this. Okay, table view cell is, of course, it is a subclass of UIView, so this is also fine. So I hope this post is useful. Thank you.